Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I am going to explain and practically demonstrate about default methods in interfaces in Java. So let's get started. These default methods in interfaces were introduced in Java 8 version. Okay? From Java 8 version onwards, we have these default methods in interfaces. Why they got introduced in Java 8? What is the reason? What is the use of introducing these default methods in interfaces? So I'll explain all those things right now. Okay. So before Java 8, we can only create methods which are not containing the method body, that is abstract methods. Okay. By default, whenever you create a method inside the interface, they are by default which type of methods? Abstract methods. But from Java 8, some new methods got introduced in the interfaces. So that methods, one of such kind of methods are default methods, and why they got introduced, what is the purpose of these methods, I'm going to cover right now. Okay. What is the original purpose of the interfaces, guys? What is the original purpose of the interface? The original purpose of the interface is to full abstraction, to achieve full abstraction. Zero implementation, only declaration part should be there in the interfaces, and all the child classes which are inheriting this interface should implement them. But interfaces will have zero implementation. Okay, only declaration. Only the declaration part will be there in the interfaces. That's what is the original purpose of the interfaces. So with that note, whenever you create some methods inside the interfaces, they will be treated as abstract methods by default and will not have any method body. That's what you know so far. But in Java 8, default methods got introduced. Okay, in Java 8, default methods got introduced. Why they got introduced? Why the why the default methods got introduced is a question. So there was some situation, okay, that was causing the developers of Java to introduce these default methods. What is that situation? For example, guys, there is a project or whatever it is. In that one interface is there. Assume that this is the interface. Now, lot of classes in that particular project are inheriting this interface. Lot of classes like this. Okay, here I'm only giving few number of classes, but in reality assume that, let's say there are, let's take an example of 1,000 classes. Okay, in this particular project there are 1,000 classes. All these classes are inheriting the same interface. Now, initially this interface got created. Initially what got created? This interface got created. So this interface got, like, there are 1,000 classes which are implementing this interface. Okay, inheriting this interface, and here there are 100 abstract methods. In this interface, how many abstract methods are there? 100 abstract methods are there, let's assume. And here 1,000 classes implementing this interface containing the 100 abstract methods. Whenever you create a new class, and if you make this particular class as a child class of this interface that is inheriting this interface, this particular child class should and must implement all these 100 abstract methods. So this first class has done that while creating the first class. Okay, this first class has become the child class of this interface and has implemented all these 100 methods. Okay, to so that errors will not come. Same happened with the second class, also implemented all these 100 methods while inheriting this interface. Third class, fourth class, fifth class, all these 1,000 classes have done. Okay, all these 1,000 classes have done the same thing. Now suddenly one day, a new abstract method got added to this interface. Okay, in this kind of situation where there are thousands of classes which are inheriting this interface containing 100 abstract methods, and without any errors the kind of state was there, suddenly one day in this interface a new abstract method got added. Just because one new abstract method got added, all this all these classes, that is 1,000 classes which are implementing this interface, are showing the error. Okay, everywhere the errors are coming. Why the errors are coming in all these 1,000 classes which are implementing or inheriting this interface? Just because this new method got added, just one single method got added. After a while, after the project became very big and lot of methods are there in this interface, lot of classes are implementing this interface or inheriting this interface, suddenly one fine day one new abstract method got added to this interface, and because of which all these 1,000 classes are giving the error. So these errors will be overcome only after implementing this newly added abstract method in the interface inside every classes. Okay, so I have to go through all these 1,000 classes one by one and fix the problem and implement this particular abstract method in all these 1,000 classes so that the error will be fixed. Again, another day, another new abstract method got added to this particular interface. What will happen? Again, these 1,000 classes are giving the same error. Again, you have done that. You went to each and every 1,000 class, implemented this abstract method in all these 1,000 classes. Error is gone again. Again, after a few days, again one more abstract method got added. Again, all these 1,000 classes are giving you the error. Are you able to identify the problem, guys? Just because one new abstract method is getting added in this interface, all the child classes which are implementing or inheriting this interface are giving the errors until you implement that newly introduced abstract method in all this abstract all until you implement all this until you implement this abstract method which got introduced into the interface in all these child classes, error will keep coming, and this will repeat every time you add something new method to this interface. This will give the errors until you implement that method in all these child classes of the interface. This process will repeat. So this become a very big problem, guys, okay, for the Java developers. So what they thought is, yeah, even though the actual purpose of the interface is zero implementation and full abstraction, and because of we adding that all the errors we are getting until we implement that newly added abstract method in all the child classes which are inheriting this interface, why can't we create why can't we allow the users why can't in this kind of situation when the project becomes big, why can't we allow the users to add a new method to this interface containing the body? Okay, a new method can be added to this interface containing the body so that child classes, it will become optional whether they have to implement this, because it's not an abstract method. Okay, from Java 8 onwards, interfaces will allow you to create the methods having the body when that particular methods are provided with a default keyword only. Not normal method, guys. When you create a method having the default keyword in it, specified with it, okay, then that particular method can have the method body, and you can implement that in the same interface, so that it's not compulsory for you to implement in all the child classes of this interface. Okay, and later when really child classes really want to implement that particular method, they can override it. Okay, it's optional whether they want to override that particular method in the child classes or not, but they are not going to get this kind of error that you generally get while adding a new abstract method to this interface. All the child classes inheriting the interface should implement that abstract method. Until then, they will get this error. But by adding this default method, this will not happen. Now there's choice for this particular child class of this interface, so that they can decide whether they really want this particular method. If they really want this particular method, they will override the method. If they don't want it, they'll keep it. Okay, they will inherit the same default method. If they use or not, doesn't matter. Okay, but only the problem that is getting solved is the errors won't come. Okay, just because of adding in this kind of situation where a lot of code has been already there, a lot of abstract methods are there, a lot of child class inheriting the interface are there. Suddenly if I add a abstract method, that is a problem giving the error. But what if I add a default method? That will not cause any problem, it will not result in any error, because implementing that default method in the child classes is optional. Already it has a body. Whether you want to implement or not in the child class is optional. If you want to implement, you can override it. If you don't want, you can ignore it. Okay, you can ignore it. So let me show you this practically, guys. Okay, let me show you this practically. For that, I'm going to create a new interface. I'll just name this interface as interface F. Finish. Inside this interface, guys, I'm going to create some abstract methods. First of all, public normal methods. Okay, let's say demo one method. I'm creating demo one method here. I cannot create the body. You see, normal methods cannot have the body. I have to, this normal methods by default inside the interface are abstract methods. Public void demo2, public void demo3, and so on. Okay, like this. Or we can do one thing, guys. We can give a better name for this interface. Like we can give the name of the interface as bank. Okay, and here I'll create proper names for this methods also. I'll rename this file to bank.java interface bank. I'm creating interface bank. Inside that, I'm going to create some methods. Let's say deposit money. Open account otherwise. Open account. First we'll open the account in the bank, right? Open account, public void, deposit money, then public void, transfer money. Like that, I created some abstract methods inside the interface. Now, let's say there are some classes. Class HDFC implements bank interface. Okay, I'm creating the HDFC class which is implementing, which I want to make the child class of this bank interface. Because of which you see I have to implement all these abstract methods, right? Like this I have to implement. So here I'll write down system.out.println account opened in HDFC bank. Like this I'll print it out, okay? Here I'll write down system.out.println money deposited into HDFC bank. Okay. Then I'll write down system.out.println money transferred transferred from HDFC bank. Like that I have implemented it. Okay. Now I can have one more class also. Let's say I have one more class like ICICI bank. ICICI implements bank interface. Okay. And here I'll write down public void, open account. And here I'll write @ override. I have to implement all the abstract methods of this parent interface bank, right? Hover the mouse, the easiest way is to use this Eclipse ID option, okay? So here you write down system.out.println account opened in ICICI bank. Here I'll write down system.out.println money deposited in ICICI bank. Here system.out.println money transferred from ICICI bank. Like this I have written. Okay, two classes I have created. Now I can create one more class also, not a problem. I can create any number of classes which are inheriting this bank interface. So let's say SBI implements bank interface, and here this SBI class need to implement all the unimplemented abstract methods of the parent interface. System.out.println account opened in, okay, SBI bank. System.out.println money deposited in SBI bank. Here system.out.println money transferred to transferred from SBI bank. Then next one, class Axis bank. Let's say Axis implements bank interface again, and this Axis bank also will do the same thing. It will implement all the unimplemented abstract methods from the parent interface. And here we'll write down system.out.println account opened in Axis bank. Then here system.out.println money deposited into Axis bank. Here system.out.println money transfer from Axis bank. Done. Like this I have written. Now all good, right? Suddenly one day what happened is there were only 3 abstract methods inside this interface, but suddenly one day what happened is one new abstract method got added. Okay. Open account, deposit money, transfer money, withdraw money. So new abstract method got withdraw money got added to this interface. The moment I added new abstract method to the interface, The child class HDFC bank, you see, is giving you the error. It is asking you to implement this newly added abstract method. Until then, the error will come. ICICI bank, same error is coming. Implement this, withdraw money from the parent interface. SBI, same error. No matter how many child classes are inheriting this bank interface, in all the child classes, you are getting the same error. So imagine here only three abstract methods are there, and here only three to four child classes inheriting this interface are there. Yeah, it's okay to modify the code and add the code, whatever, to overcome the error. But imagine a project where there are 1,000 child classes which are inheriting this bank interface, and suddenly one day a new abstract method got added. Imagine the situation. Have to add that particular method and implement the code in all the child classes. So what if I tell you that you can give the implementation for this withdraw money in the same bank interface? While you are adding this, in that kind of situation, when you are adding a new abstract method, what if you can give the implementation here itself? But here you already know that in the interface, the methods are by default abstract and they cannot contain the body. But from Java 8, default methods got introduced. If you specify this method, okay, instead of public here, just remove the public and here write default. The moment you specify the default keyword before these particular methods, okay, now you see if I don't provide the body, I'm getting an error. This method requires a body instead of a semicolon, it is saying reverse. Now I can have this, you see errors are gone because I'm providing the implementation for this default methods in the parent interface only, just to overcome this problem. And this feature got introduced in Java 8, guys, from Java 8 onwards. And here I'll simply write down system.out.println, okay, money withdrawn from bank. Like this I can write. Now this particular method will be inherited by the HDFC. But here money withdrawn from bank will come, money withdrawn from HDFC won't come. But only the problem that this particular situation is solving, this default method is solving, is it has implementation in the interface itself, and the child classes don't have to, it's not compulsory for the child classes to implement this particular method. So the errors are not coming. But if in case any of the child classes decide that I want my own implementation for this method in the parent interface, okay, then they can override it here. Public void, they can override this default method. There's no problem, guys, okay. Withdraw money, withdraw money, I can override it. Like this I can write and override. If in case the child classes want their own implementation, it's optional, right? It's not compulsory to override or implement it, but if they really want to do that, they can do it, guys, okay. Here they'll write money withdrawn from HDFC bank, they can write. The other classes have not overridden, you see, they have not implemented this withdraw money. It's not compulsory. If they really want, they can override, otherwise they can ignore. Okay, otherwise they can ignore. This is what is the benefit of this default methods in the interfaces in Java. Okay, so hope guys you understood what exactly are default methods in interface and where they got, in which version of Java they got introduced, and what is the purpose they are solving. Okay, hope you understood in this session. So that's all for this session. See you in the next session. Thank you. Bye bye.